I sat with John Barnwell one side of the at the Holiday Inn in them days. There was a swimming pool and a little bar, and myself and John Barnwell sat at one end of the sort of room, the swimming pool, and Jim Smith and John Richards sat the other end of the swimming pool. And John Barnwell said to me, you know, we do want you. We'll make you captain of the team. He said, we don't really care what they are talking about, sort of thing, or how their deal goes. We're not bothered with that. We just want you to join Wolverhampton. So he said, so, and he asked me what do you want, just like as in
salary.
What? Yeah. And for a few, all the sort of months leading up to that, just total. I used to room with Colin Todd, and Colin was very experienced regarding the transfer movements and things, and I was pretty much inexperienced. I really didn't know. And Colin said, ask for this, ask for that, demand this, demand that, ask for this, ask for that, get yourself a car, get yourself solicitors' fees, get yourself you know, whatever, a car, solicitors' fees, the salary, a signing on fee. Get what you, if they want you, they'll have you, because they'll, you know, they'll pay for whatever. So I sort of reeled off what I wanted from John Barnwell, and John Barnwell said straight away, you can have it. I'll see you tomorrow at the Molyneux, 9 o'clock. I was like, what? You know, okay, yeah, fine.
Were you
fine,
married
okay.
at this time?
Sorry?
Were you married at this time?
Yes, yeah,
so you've
yeah.
now got to
yeah.
go home and tell your wife you've just
Yeah.
lost your job and got another one.
But in the meantime,
But having said that, there's a new car, love.
Yeah. So we didn't know how John Barnwell and John Richards and Jim Smith's chat went. We don't really know. But the next day, I went to the Molyneux, and I went through the glass doors and went into the office to see John Barnwell, and John sitting at his desk, and then John stood up and he passed me a pen and said, "Here, Joe, come and sign here, come round here and sit down and sign." And I got the pen off John Barnwell, and I was just about to sign, and then I looked at John again, who was the other side of the desk, and I said, because I knew Jim Smith and John Richards were at the Molyneux also. Okay. They were still trying to sort their deal out. So I held the pen and I just waited for a second, and I just looked at John Barnwell and I said, "Do you mind if I go and have a quick word with the boss again?" And he went, "Yeah, no problem, carry on. So I put the pen down, I went down the corridor to see Jim Smith, and I went into a little room and where Jim was, and I said, "Boss," I said, "I don't want to come to Wolverhampton." I said, "I want to stay at Birmingham City." And he said, "Joe," he said, "we need the money for you. We need whatever is going. We need John Richards to come to, we need a centre forward." Because in Birmingham City's philosophy, I think they had young Pat Van Den Hauer coming through as a centre half, and they'd sold their centre forward to Norwich, I think it was. So they needed a centre forward. So and Jim just said, "I'm sorry, Joe, but we need John Richards, you know. So you know, you've got to come here, really, you know." So I just went, okay, fine. And with that, I walked back up the corridor thinking, well, yeah, Birmingham City don't want me now. So I went in and just signed, and that really was the meat of what it was all about. In the end, I think John Richards' deal never matured, never worked out, and but my deal was okay to go to Wolverhampton. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Was there for a short 18 months before, as you say, before I got the sack. But yeah, I enjoyed myself.